Welcome along to another video for you to row along to. It's week 3, session 2 if you're doing the 6-day plan, and that means it's a mid-tier session. Today we're doing 4 4-minute intervals with 5-minute rests in between. Your pace is going to be 2K+1, which is around about an 8 out of 10 effort level to start, and your speech will be the odd sentence, but you're not really going to be discussing last night's soaps. So these mid-tier sessions are ones that just going to give you a little bit of a taste of the top, but because of the 5-minute rest, you get a lot of recovery time before you get the next lead in, which takes you up again and back down. The other session 2s from week 1 and week 2 were very similar to this. Now, because today is going to be at quite close to a 2K pace, and I'm doing mine at 30 strokes a minute, we're just going to bump up the warm-up a little bit. And for a change, we're going to do 5 minutes for the warm-up. Ooh, not quite the race warm-up, we're just going to do a 5-minute warm-up. So let's get started with that. So first off, set your drag factor. If you don't know anything about drag factor, I have a video that describes what it is and kind of some suggestions where to set it. Put your monitor at eye height so you don't have to look up and you don't have to look down, and set the foot straps. Oh, one of my daughters has been rowing. The foot straps so that, there we go, the strap covers the bottom lace of your shoe, or if you're in socks like me, it lets you hinge forwards comfortably at the front. There you go, I should have checked the foot strap before I started today, but hey, every day's a school day. Okay, so you're ready for this 5-minute warm-up, around about 18 strokes per minute, in 3, 2, 1, go. So the extra minute isn't really going to take it out of you on the warm-up, but hopefully it'll just get you just that little bit warmer. We're not going full-on race pace stuff like the session 4s, or like real high-intensity top things, which is why I'm not doing a race warm-up for today. But if you feel you want to warm up more, then either rewind a little bit through this warm-up and go through it again, or just pause the video and keep going, or, well, you know what to do. Just make sure you're warm enough to prevent any injuries. Or even any drops in performance that might scare you off completing the entire session. I said in last week's session 2 how if you're not warm enough, what you can find is that the first interval just feels awful. Your legs are on fire really quick, you can't seem to catch your breath. But then, by the time you've had a rest, when the second interval comes along, it suddenly feels like a breath of fresh air. Reason for that being, your body's properly primed for that kind of a session again. So make sure you're warm enough to be able to attack the sessions properly, or if you're going to use this warm-up and then the first interval as a way to really get your way up there, then just understand that that is the reason why your performance will be lacking. Now I'm still going to do the single leg and then straight arm, straight leg, split when we get to 2 minutes to go, but if you feel you want to just carry on rowing to be warm, then please do that. I'm just going to do it just so I can get a little bit of stretch into my hip flexors. Right, so 1 foot out on the ground, just row with one leg only. Still put in a good solid drive. Don't over compress at the front, but allow the fact you've only got one leg in to get you into a vertical shin at the front ready for your drive. One more stroke here. Swap legs. This should really help you get more of a snap into your catch as well. I don't know what my butt scoot's like on this drill, but it feels better. One more stroke here, and then we'll put both legs in, bit of a bend to the knees, and then just back and arms. Let's try and get this right today. Back, arms, arms, back. Back, arms, arms, back. One more, and then let's reverse it. So straight arms, drive with the legs. Just give a good, you're not going too far with your backswing or anything. It's all about picking up that catch right at the front and making sure you're not wasting any leg drive with a butt scoot or bent arms or anything. I'll talk more about technique during the rest periods. That's us done on the warm-up. Like I say, if you want to continue warming up, then continue warming up. Have a drink, move up and down the rail, and I'll explain once again what today's session is. So today is going to be 4 4-minute intervals with 5 minutes rest. If you want to go ahead and program your monitor, then make sure and set it to undefined rest if you're on a concept 2. What that means is that we'll be able to stop and start at the same time. If you set it for 5-minute rest, then what will happen is we'll gradually go out of sync if we both start and stop at slightly different times. So set it for undefined rest. Now I'm going to be doing it at 30 strokes per minute, and the pace today is going to be at 2K+1. And in effort level, that's going to be starting around about 8 out of 10, but you're likely to be touching 10 out of 10 by the end of each interval. And of course, speech-wise, you'll start off being able to speak, but by the end of it, it'll probably just be grunts and murmurs. The whole point of the 5 minutes rest in between is to give you enough recovery to be able to do the next 4 minutes again. But I'll explain more about that when we hit the first rest period, okay? And of course, I'll keep you going with technique advice during the row when I can speak. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be doing this at 30 strokes a minute, so follow me for the stroke rate, or if you have a preferred stroke rate you want to do to get 2K+1, then fill your boots, do what you wish. But yeah, so 4 minutes, 2K+1, starting off at an effort level of 8 out of 10, but make sure and hold that pace, which will then eventually take you up to just tickling 10 out of 10. Okay, we all ready for this? So in 3, 2, 1, go. Try and get right up to stroke rate and pace as quick as you can. This is all about making you faster and stronger. It's not about giving you an easy ride. As nice as an easy ride is, it's not why you're here. Remember, your power is coming from your legs. Doesn't matter what row machine you're on, the majority of your power is from your leg drive. A minute down. I don't think I followed my own advice about the warm-up. Remember, stroke rate is all about rhythm. Get that handle
over your knees on the recovery before you bend them. There you go. Just under 2 minutes. Remember and hold 2K+1. I'll let you slip to 2, but no more. Okay, a minute to go, 30 strokes. Resist the urge to go faster. You'll pay for it if you do. Just hold 2K+1. And if that advice has come too late, then at least you've got 5 minutes to recover. Ten. 5. Last stroke. All right. Wasn't too destructive in the end. I thought a minute and a half into that had messed up my warm-up. But finished at 140 BPM, which is kind of, again, my max is 175, so have a drink, keep sliding up and down the rail, keep your muscles just gently moving. If you want to do some light rowing, you can, but light, please, very light. So like I said, towards the end of the row there, you need to resist the urge to go faster than your 2K pace. So this is based on the peak plan for 1K intervals. So it's 4 times 1,000 with 5-minute rests. And so I've turned it into 4 minutes, kind of figuring that if you took an average of most people, then you're likely to be doing around about 4 minutes for 1K. Some might be doing it at for their 2K pace, it might be 320, some it might be 440, you never know. But 4 minutes seems to be a kind of a good balance. So you've got this 4 minutes, which at 2K pace, or 2K+1, obviously you're going to have more in the tank because you're used to rowing at 6, 7, 8 minutes at that pace, or just slightly faster than it. So you're going to be doing this 4 minutes. And yeah, you'll feel, that first one's going to feel up there, but it's not going to have destroyed you. So there would have been probably one point in urge where you're thinking, what's the dull Scotsman telling me to do? I'm going too slow here. But remember, you've still got 3 intervals to go. And they're going to take you just tipping into top. Remember, this is a mid-tier. This isn't meant to be a destructive one. This isn't meant to leave you completely destroyed and lying on the floor at the end. It's meant to be, it's meant to be rather hard work. It's what it's supposed to be, but it's not supposed to be a killer. Your killer is going to be the top tier of the week. So if you're on the 6-day one, that's the session 4 session. That's the one where you should end up on the floor afterwards because you're putting everything into it. Now, that's not to say that this isn't a tough workout, and it's also not to say you're not going to need the 5-minute rests in order to be able to get back into that 2K+1. And that's the thing about this, is that I'm actually considering kind of rebranding the training plan slightly to be calling it a performance training plan. Because this is about making you faster and stronger. This isn't just you climbing on a row, onto the rowing machine, having a little paddle for 4 minutes, and then going, why on earth am I resting for 5 minutes? That's fair enough. If you're not putting in the 2K+1 effort into the 4 minutes, then yeah, 5 minutes rest is ridiculous. It's way too long. What you should be doing is paddle at 4, rest 1, have a little drink, paddle at 4, rest 1, whatever. But in order to make you faster, stronger, perform better, get better 2K time, etc., then you should be putting your 2K+1 effort into the 4 minutes and then using that 5 minute rest in order to recharge your energy for the next 4 minutes. So I understand that some people might look at this, I mean, crikey, the reason I've never done the peak plan before is because I look at the rest periods and I go, I'm not having a 5 minute rest in between, that's ridiculous. But I'm starting to, well, after session 2 of week 1, I understood exactly why the rest was there, to let you get back up to the top again. Because if you have too short a rest, then the next time round you might be on 2K+2 or 2K+3 because you don't have it in you. This is about training you to be at 2K+1 for the 4 minutes. Excuse me. So there we go. So that's, I mean, I'm ranting because someone on one of the other videos commented that the rest periods on all these videos is too long. And it's only too long if you're not putting in the effort. Got to stop dropping my T's. Putting in the effort. If you put in the effort I'm telling you to, you need these rests. You might not need this one after that first 4 minutes, but cumulatively throughout the entire session, you need this 5 minutes as much as you're going to need the one between interval 3 and 4, because it sets you up to be able to do intervals 2, 3, and 4. Rant over. Anyway, it's a good session, so it's worth doing. Right, if you're on undefined rests, press the button to make sure it's ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. That's the same again. 30 strokes a minute. 2K+1. Get up to your pace, get your stroke rate right, and then settle in for these 4 minutes. Your technique should still hold, even at higher rate pieces. Get your shins to vertical at the front. Nice, relaxed, straight arms. As you drive with the legs. Keep your body rocking from 1 o'clock at the front to 11 at the back. Find a breathing pattern that works for you. Halfway there. Get that power into the handle from your legs. told you I'd be speaking more at the front. One minute to go. Come on. Keep it going. It's going to be over in 45 seconds. Just 20 strokes. Keep your stroke rate up. Keep your pace up. Ten strokes to go. Three, two, one. Another 140 finish, heart rate wise, so that's a good sign. But certainly did, we can tell by how heavy I'm breathing this time. Certainly felt like a lot of work. And I'd say maybe one click higher from an effort point of view. I don't think the first interval I really got that much above 8, maybe 8.5, whereas I think that one got to 9 with a minute to go. Again, not wanting to make excuses, but it is quite tough rowing these pieces and talking to you at the same time, as you found in that one where you didn't have that much of my dull chat. It was mostly a quick bit about technique and then just the sound of my rowing machine whirring back and forward. But hey. So what I was trying to say, I'll just quickly cover technique just so you know what I'm on about, and then I'll mention it again during the row. But when you get to the front of the machine, ready for the catch, try and get your shins to a vertical position, and if possible, try and get there without having your heel come too far off the heel plates, because the higher you get off, the more chances that you get to here before you then put in the drive, the full pressure. So that distance, which is what I keep calling the butt scoot, and this is what I suffer most from, is that springing back. It's only when my heels connect that I really put in the power. Yes, I put in some power for the balls of my feet when I'm like that, but it's not until my heels slam into the foot plate that I really engage. And I mean, if you slow down most of my videos, you'll see that my butt scoots a little bit, and then you see me engage with the catch. So I'm missing like that much drive on the distance-wise on the rail. What am I trying to say? So if you can get to vertical with your heels pretty much down, you're instantly then launching back. And it's the same. The other side of the vertical is just as important for that butt scoot. So if you go really far, you're like totally knees way past feet, and your heels are way off the foot plate. I mean, so I'm coming up to here, but I'm then half slide before I connect with my heels, and I'm able to do that drive, because that initial plant through is similar to a deadlift, where you plant your heels in to the floor and then you do your deadlift. The rest of the stroke's nothing like a deadlift really, but that initial point there is very similar to a deadlift, except you're not doing that. You do, yeah, anyway. So that's that point. That's the importance of getting your shins vertical at the front. And then you want your back to swing from a 1 o'clock, then you drive, and then you go back into an 11 o'clock. Hands over your knees at this kind of at the same time as you rock forwards through the hips. Then you bend your knees, you come sliding to the front of the machine again, ready to go, stay in that forward, swing your back, bring in your arms, push out, rock forwards. You're already in the position for the next stroke. And then you come back. You're already in the position for the next stroke. Then you come back. And that's all it is. That's all the row is. And then just making sure to have nice straight arms through the stroke, only bending when you get to here for the finish. And then back out again. So there you go. That's the kind of the slow-mo breakdown. I don't actually have a technique video on here. I talk about it so much during the rows that I wonder if anyone would actually watch me just really breaking it down and going through every single part. It's very much a do as I say, not as I do though. Right, so we're going again with interval 3 in 15 seconds. So if you're on undefined rests, press your button to prime the monitor ready for the next interval. And then we'll start in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I want you to make sure you're at stroke rate and pace already. May not seem like it during the interval itself, but the 4 minutes flies by in hindsight. So just hang on and keep your pace. Try and connect at the front of the machine without a butt scoot. Pay attention to your heels. Get them down for the drive. This is still not the interval to go faster. Hold 2K+1. Less than 2 minutes to go. "50 strokes. "40. Keep it going. Keep your stroke rate up. Nice full length strokes, please. 30. Remember to still finish the stroke with a strong arm pull at the end. 20. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hopefully, if you set your monitor to intervals, when you look at the distance covered for the 4 minutes, it should be all round about the same. I'm kind of hovering around the 1,110. Sometimes it's only making it to 105, sometimes it's up to 15. But then as much as I complain about talking to you, not complain, you get what I mean, as much as I blame the fact that I'm finding it harder to talk to you through an interval, that's probably fair. It's not very good me blaming that, but I'm also going a little bit slower than in my 2K+1 pace to try and give me room to talk to you. It's not working very well. Well, at least it does for the first minute and a half, but certainly in that one, last 2.5 minutes. So this one, we've got 4 minutes to go, right? If you want to push this, here's what I want you to do. Do the first minute at 2K+1. No. Should you? No. Do the first minute at 2K, right? Then do 2K+1 for the next minute, and then another 2K+1 for the third minute, and then the last final minute, try and go for 2K pace or better. Now this is only if you want to push this last four minutes, excuse me. If you don't want to go harder than your 2K+1 pace, don't. If you think that that's going to just take you to where you should for a mid-tier workout, then just stick to it. It's what the pace thing is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go for a pushed one. But if you want to push, break it into 4 and then do it that way. Because the way, by going 2K and then 2K+1, 2K+1 and 2K or better, that's kind of the accepted, this is a really good way to row a full 2K piece, is that you do your first 500 meters at 2K pace, then you go, and then you go 2K, sorry, I'm messing this up because I'm forgetting about whether we're starting at -1 or +1, sorry. So if you're going to do a proper 2K race, you'd go 2K -1, then 2K+1, 2K+1, then 2K -1 or better. And then that all averages out to 2K pace. So my maths has gone stupid because I'm tired from doing 3 of them already, but also because I keep forgetting that we're pacing this at 2K+1. So in order to get the pace I want you to row at, then go 2K, 2K+1, 2K+1, 2K, and that will make you faster. And then if the last one you want to go faster than that, you could just I might just hit mute on this entire section and play some lift music because there's no need to have gone quite as random as this. See, again, someone else would have gone, oh, I'm going to retake that, cut. But no, I'm just going to ramble on at you. All I'm saying is if you want to push this one, you can. And my suggestion would be 2K, then +1, +1, 2K. But you can do what you want. You don't have to push it. I'm not going to push it. I'm going to have a drink. I recommend you do too. I do enjoy these mid-tier workouts because they expose you to that, like I said, they expose you to hardship and they make you embrace it to get through it because the end is in sight and it's a short taste of it. It's not like doing a 2K where you've got like between 6 and 8 minutes of just I mean, I'd much rather sit, watch a movie and stuff, but from a rowing point of view, this is great. Okay, press your button if you're on undefined rests as we enter the fourth and last interval in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Even if you start to get a bit fatigued and tired on this one, try and hold your stroke rate, hold your pace, and remember, you'll do that by keeping a consistent technique. You suddenly have to up your stroke rate to stay at pace. There's a chance you're not driving from the legs anymore. One minute gone. Keep that handle in motion. Never let it stop. Get it away from your chest. And snap into the drive as quick as possible. Halfway. You've got this. You came this far. You didn't put in all this effort to stop now. So keep going. This will make you stronger, faster, and fitter. Keep it going. Closing stretch. One minute to go. If you want to push it now. Keep stroke rate the same, just more power. "30 seconds. 10 strokes. Five strokes. You did it well. You did well. Well done. Good job. If you held on to that until the end, that's a great job. Have a quick drink, then we'll kick into a cool down. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Well, that was fun. I hope you agree. I think out of weeks 1, 2 and 3 for session 2. For me anyway, that was probably the most manageable. Seems to be 4 minutes is probably my tipping point for when it starts to hurt too much. Well, not too much, but for when I start to get to top. I think I maybe got up to 9.5 there, but it was nowhere near actually touching 10. Could have put in, probably done one more interval like that, but that's not the point of this session. One more interval would probably have taken me into top, and that's not the point of today's session. Today's meant to be a mid. It's meant to test you towards top, maybe tickle it a little bit, but not actually put you in firmly inside top. That's what session 4 on the 6-day plan is for. So this was just stirring the tanks a little bit before another bottom tier tomorrow, and then session 4, which will be the toughie of the week again. So remember, this is all part of a plan. Plan to make you fitter, faster and stronger. If you want to know more about this plan, make sure and go to pdprowing.com. Remember, indoorrowinginfo.com has all the info you need about indoor rowing. Strangely, it's such a cleverly designed web address, that one. Yeah, and check out the Facebook group, the PDP Rowing. I think it was a PDP Rowing Indoor Rowing Workouts group or something. Just type in PDP Rowing and it'll pop up. I should really try and remember my own brand. That's it. So week 3, session 2, done. Thanks again to Pete for the Pete plan that I'm massaging into a RowAlong. Like I say, this is a session that I wouldn't have programmed myself normally, so it's great to have the inspiration of someone else to do this. And I can only hope that he's okay with my reversioning of it. It's not like I'm making any money out of it, so. And that's the point. That's why I don't. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. We're done. We don't have a hashtag yet, do we? What randomness did I talk about? What was my major rant? It was about the 2K pace, wasn't it? Hashtag full speed ahead, because that's the point. It's about putting in the pace. So hashtag full speed ahead. If you got that this far and you want to tag it as a proof to me that you made it all the way to the end of my random rantings, which I think are getting longer each time, so which I apologise for. So anyway, I will see you in the next session, be that session 3 for you or whatever other session you pick. Have a great day. Hope you're staying safe. Be well. Bye-bye.